Mura has declared announcement. So for the egg thieves, this is your end. He has said, anybody, any staff will be found stealing eggs, he'll be fired immediately with immediate effect. Now watch this clip.
Guys, these are the eggs here. We have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 8 eggs now. So today I have announced a war in court that if I ever find someone with eggs in this compound, if it's not just one guy by the name Kennedy, because Kennedy is the one who manages all this, it will be end of job.
So who is this real thief? Because look at this video and you tell us, but before you blame anyone for stealing eggs, let us see this person with this thief.
Acá tenemos 6, llevamos 2 más.
2 más, ok. Son...
Rompe.
No, están más cagados.
Más sucio.
Ahí.
Hizo más fuerza la gallina.
And who actually trained these thieves to steal these eggs? Who showed you on how to pick these eggs? Let us know who is your mentor. Here is the mentor of who showed you how to pick the eggs.
Ya, mira, en ese primero hay varios. Ahí están. Thank you for giving us food. 4, 5, 6. 6. 6 is
good.
enough.
Okay, after interrogating you, where did you take the eggs? Yeah? Here is where, okay, you took the eggs to the kitchen, baking cakes. Let us see how you really do it.
Como no tenemos horno, lo vamos a hacer en esta olla que es como un horno. Azúcar.
Una taza.
De azúcar.
Así que ahora les mostramos cómo termina.
And for you, Mr. Luis, how do the cake taste? How do you find food inside here?
Espectacular.
Spectacular, my dad said. Okay.
So I've seen the thieves. What action am I going to take?
It will be end of job.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa, and Maxwell Lumumba is my name. So for those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, make sure that you subscribe, like, share to other individuals, remember to comment, and make sure that you watch these videos till the end without skipping the ads. So for those who maybe they don't know what videos I do in this YouTube channel, I do videos on lifestyle, village logs, commentary and reaction, where I'm analyzing everything that happens in the village. This is a village boy, a content creator, and my sustainability depends on content creation. So guys, before we jump into Mura's drama of yesterday, the egg thieves, the accusations, the threats of instant firing, we need to talk about something important, about Argentina and eggs. Yes, you heard me right. Argentina is one of the top egg consuming countries in South America. Eggs are big deal over there. That's why they are ranked globally. So breakfast, eggs. Baking, eggs. Family gathering, eggs. Celebration, eggs. So Argentinians love eggs the way Kenyans love ugali. It's culture. It is something cultural to them. It's normal. It is part of their daily life. So when you bring your Argentina in-laws to the village, don't be surprised when eggs start disappearing at record, very speedy. That's not stealing. They're just being Argentina. Now that we understand the global love story between Argentina and eggs, let's dive into what Mura said yesterday. And it was like a big announcement because Mura came out swinging with a full force, a whole presidential address about eggs. He stood there looking angry, eyes wide, voice high, and declared, anyone found with eggs will be fired immediately. No hearing, no investigation, no follow-up, no asking who took what. Just instant dismissal. You would think someone actually stole a motorcycle or a bag of money or a generator, but no, we are talking about eggs. Literary eggs. Things that fall out of chickens every single day without fail. The level of seriousness he used did not match the value of the product. And the irony, because when you see the videos about Roro, and there is where the story takes a turn, because Roro picks the eggs first. Because if you are talking about egg thieves, then the case is already solved. Why? Because the first person we saw picking eggs was Roro, and Roro is Mura's wife. So on her own YouTube channel, and she actually didn't pick one egg. She didn't pick 2 eggs. She was out there doing a full harvest of eggs. She even showed her sister how to pick the eggs. She literally demonstrated the entire technique, a tutorial, a masterclass, a full egg collecting documentary. Guys, you know when I hear about egg, so if someone is guilty of teaching people to pick eggs, it's not the workers. It is the wife and the Argentina in-laws. And the next video, just when you think that was enough, Roro's sisters joined in. They also picked eggs comfortably, naturally, like they have been doing it for months. It wasn't sneaky, it wasn't hidden, it wasn't off camera, it was in a broad daylight on their own videos. Remember, with full confidence. So this means that the Argentina family are having the time of their lives. Let me tell you something. The Argentina in-laws are living this soft life in the village. Every Kenyan, like tourists on all inclusive packages. We have the footage. Eggs being picked, cakes being baked, breakfast being served, Mr. Louis smiling and enjoying his moment breakfast, his feast, very happy. And for those who they don't know, Mr. Louis is the father to Roro. So these people are not shy, because I've seen even Roro, the sister, going to the kitchen, to the chicken coop. What? Even I was, are these really ladies? And then you get our Kenyan ladies, they behave that they can't even do such. You can't tell a Kenyan lady that go and collect eggs from a kitchen coop. No, even entering inside, it is a problem to them. And they are not stressed, very free. That's why even sometimes when I think about marrying, I have to look at, I have to get somebody with a lot of that courage, yeah, especially outside Africa. And they're not hiding anything, real and raw. They are eating comfortably, left, right, center. So when Mura stands up and talks about egg thieves, we must pause and ask, who exactly is he talking about? Because his entire speech was directed at the staffs. He said, if I find you with eggs, just know that your job is gone. So that means that is instant firing because of eggs. Instant punishment, instant judgment. But the most suspicious part, that he never mentioned the in-law. Not once, as if people on camera picking eggs don't exist. As if the staffs are only ones capable of consuming eggs. As if eggs are the new gold of the village. And this one makes me now to think that, is Mura now sending a hidden message to Roro? This is where the psychological analysis kicks in, because when I don't talk about psychology, I feel that I have not even done my video. Sometimes a person avoids confronting their partner directly. Instead, they shout at the people below them, hoping the message reaches the real target indirectly. So the question is this egg announcement actually meant for Roro? Is he trying to say that do not touch anything in this compound unless I approve it? Because the timing is too perfect. Roro picks eggs. Roro sisters picks eggs. They baked, they cook, they enjoy. Suddenly, Mura wakes up angry about eggs disappearing. I even imagine that as Mura don't actually take breakfast in that homestead, but instead says that, okay, but instead of saying that, babe, don't pick eggs without telling me, he declares the staff's suspects. Even when you look at that video, the subscribers are calling it out. If you read the comment section, and I did, his subscribers are not sleeping. People wrote, but we saw Roro and her sister picking eggs. Why blame the staff? Yeah. Make rules for everyone, not only staff. This is when you know it's really bad. When even your loyal fans stop defending you. Yeah. Because one thing that you have done, blaming workers is easier than confronting family. Public rules are made for the powerless, not for the powerful. And this tells us that double standards run the household. And this shows us that the in-laws are above the law. And funny thing, the subscribers see the hypocrisy. This is not about eggs, this is about control. And I want you to think about this logically. If you really cared about fairness, you apply the same rule to everyone. If you really care about farm management, you create system, not threats. If you really care about transparency, you investigate before accusing. But what we saw yesterday was pure emotion, a reaction based on irritation, not evidence. But in farms, management based on anger always leads to fear, and fear leads to resentment, and resentment leads to workers quitting, and suddenly chicken stop laying because the entire environment becomes stressful. So this simple egg announcement, it was like a breaking news, is actually a big red flag. So let me ask a simple question. How do you run a farm without rules? You can't. Animals need structure. Staffs need structure. Even the owners needs structure. But yesterday's announcement wasn't structure. It was pure emotion. It was heat of the moment, anger turned into policy. And that never ends well. You don't manage a farm through threats. You manage it through system. You have CCTV. If you wanted to get who stole the eggs, you'll have seen it there. Let me just tell you what a real farm policy looks like. If you want to prevent egg loss, this is what you're supposed to do. 1, count the eggs daily, because I've seen you counting the eggs. So make sure that every time you wake up, or you employ somebody that who when that individual wakes up, you get that individual count the eggs daily, and you document the numbers of the eggs. Then assign one person as the official collector of the eggs. Then store them in a designated area. Anyone who needs egg must sign them out. So just have something like a booklet. Let us assume this is a booklet. Just have a booklet. Then just put a small office that anybody who needs eggs, you have to go there, ask for permission. Then you have to sign that I've taken this number of eggs at this time, and I'm going to do what with these eggs. Then we take them that now this is a serious farm, actually a serious farm. So that is simple, effective, professional. So what we saw instead was no system, no structure, no defined roles, no record keeping, just pressure on staffs. Meanwhile, the in-laws were picking eggs freely. And this one now tells us that the workers always get blamed. This is a classical pattern in many rural settings, not just this one, because I wouldn't actually talk about only this episode. I've seen this one happening when things goes missing, workers. When something breaks, workers. When there is a confusion, workers. It is always easy target. Even some of them have been sacked because of such episodes. And this reminds me even the video that I did regarding Mura. There's a plumber who was sacked because of something was stolen. The something for plumbing was stolen, and that guy was fired. Later on, something that was stolen, they now knew the real thief. But up to now, Mura's never gone to apologize to that individual, and he tarnished the name of that individual. But here the irony. The one group that we have seen picking eggs on camera is not the staffs. It is the visiting family. Yet the workers are the ones being threatened with instant firing. So you can't run a farm where one group is blamed automatically while another group is immune. So this tells us about public image versus private realities. One thing we have learned from YouTube families is this: what you see online is often the opposite of what is happening behind the scene. So when someone publicly shouts about small things like eggs, it is usually not about the eggs. It is about feeling disrespected. Mura has seen that he has been disrespected. Feeling out of control. Feeling overwhelmed. Feeling like things are sleeping. Because the timing is too convenient. The Argentina family is comfortable. They are cooking, baking, eating. They look like they belong more than a staff, and suddenly egg thieves become the headline. And this one tells us about the cultural clash in the village. Let's acknowledge something important here. There is a cultural difference. In many Latin American households, sharing food is normal. Taking eggs to bake is normal. Cooking freely when visiting family is normal. But in many African rural settings, things are different. Food, one thing that we have to make sure that food is managed carefully. Livestock products are counted. So for those who are watching and they're imagining that, how can somebody count eggs? We have seen Mura counting eggs, and resources are limited. So that's why even people, when they say Africans are poor, and when visitors don't just take things on their own in Africa, you have to seek for permission. So when the Argentina sister walk in, pick eggs, bake cakes, and enjoy breakfast, they might not realize that they are stepping into a sensitive cultural space. But instead of explaining that clearly, what do we get? A blame announced targeting a staff. And this tells us about hidden consequences on staff morale, because we have to talk about that. Remember, the staffs are the people who are keeping the farm running. Imagine that you are a worker, and I've repeated so many times that I cannot work when I don't have job security. I can't work where I don't have peace of mind. So the same staffs feed the animals, clean the compound, care for the chicken, manage daily tasks. Then suddenly the boss wakes up and declares, anyone found with eggs will be fired instantly. You were not taking eggs. You were not cooking anything. You are not even near the chicken house. You are not even the cook. But now you feel first, accused, second, distrusted, third, disrespected, fourth, you're very nervous. That kills morale. That kills trust. That kills productivity. And this tells us about the double standard that is too loud. The elephant in the room remains. Why ignore what is on camera? So you want to tell me that Mura and your wife, you people don't watch each other, or you don't see what is happening in another person's video? Why pretend that the audience didn't see? Why punish one group and protect another? Rules only work when they are universal. If Roro can pick eggs, if sister can pick eggs, if they can bake with eggs, and they can serve eggs for breakfast, even you eat that breakfast, then how is it fair to threaten the staff for doing the same thing? Remember, the internet never forgets. You cannot preach discipline while your own house is doing the opposite. You cannot shout about rules while your family break them. You cannot accuse workers while your footage shows something different. The viewers are not blind. And the comment section proves it. That is what I can tell you. Because we have to break down about the key issues. This is about power dynamics. When someone is frustrated with what their partner or in-laws are doing, instead of confronting them directly, they redirect the frustration onto people who can't defend themselves. That's what we are witnessing. The egg story is the surface. The real story is underneath. And control, boundaries, miscommunication, irritation, cultural difference, misplaced anger. So until these issues are addressed directly, we will continue to see more announcement, more blame, more tension. Because when small issues exposes a bigger problem. Eggs are simple, they are cheap, they are plentiful. Chicken lay them daily. So why did these become a big drama? Because small issues often reveal bigger problems. When someone gets extremely emotional over something small, it's usually become something bigger. Something bigger is bothering him. And that is exactly what we are seeing. This is not an egg issue. This is a control issue, a communication issue, a boundary issue, a management issue. And this tells us the gap between public statements and private action. So one thing we have seen across many YouTube families, when public announcements contradict what then the camera has already shown, the audience loses trust. Think about it. Rolo picks eggs, sister pick eggs, they bake cakes, they enjoy breakfast. Mr. Louis is smiling, eating eggs freely. everything is recorded. Then suddenly someone is stealing eggs, workers will be fired. It means there is somebody targeted. So if you are a worker there, you are being targeted. Watch yourself. This creates a credibility gaps. Viewers start asking, are you ignoring what we saw on camera? Are you blaming the wrong people? Why punish the staffs where the guests are the ones using the eggs? Is this really about eggs or something else? And there is always a problem with the zero tolerance, because a zero tolerance rule only works when the rule is fair. Everyone is held to the same standard. There is evidence. The rule is communicated clearly. The rule applies to all people in the property. But when you saw this video, it was like one-sided. Family members use eggs, no issue. Visitors bake with eggs, no issue. In-laws eat eggs, no issue. Staff might use eggs. Instant firing. That's not policy, that's not management, that's frustration disguised as leadership. So, and whenever rules target only the workers, the environment becomes toxic. And that is why we are now seeing the staff dilemma. What are they thinking? Because I didn't take anything, but I am one being warned. Why are guests allowed to do what we are punished for? That is what they're asking us. How can I work freely when every small thing is now a threat? The kind of environment leads to stress, fear, silence, and workers working on collecting eggshells, literally. Reduced productivity, lack of trust. A farm cannot run when the staff are uncomfortably and feel blamed. The audience has become an investigative team. This is something new in the YouTube era. The audience now keep receipts. They remember, let me just look, because I saw egg somewhere, let me just go to Rolo's video that I see, past videos, okay, conversation, footage, even though we don't even understand Spanish, but we could now see eggs with our eyes this way. Because there is footage, there is daily behavior, there is contradiction. So when Mora comes out demanding accountability of eggs, viewers go straight to Roro's channel, rewind the footage and find the real story. And that is what exactly happened here. So every loyal subscribers commented publicly. The ones taking eggs are already in the video. Why blame the workers? Apply the rule to everyone. We saw the in-laws taking eggs. So when your subscribers are doing more investigation than you, it means the story is not adding up. And this is why some people are avoiding confronting family, because this phenomenon helps everywhere, not just here. Sometimes people find it harder to confront a spouse. You can't just go there and shout your spouse that way. An in-law, you can't go there then start confronting them. A partner's key sibling, a visitor from abroad, a guest who is part of the household dynamic. Because you see here in Africa, when somebody comes from abroad, we take it as a very big thing in our life. Even when a visitor tells us, clean my shoes, I can do these. Yeah. So instead of addressing the issue where it started, the frustration gets redirected to someone with less power. And the workers unfortunately become the easiest target. It's not international sometimes. It is a psychological defense, but it is still unfair. Let me tell you, Mura, a better approach: fairness and transparency. Let's talk solution, because drama does not fix farm. A healthy farm environment needs the following. 1. Clean written rules, not emotional announcement. Equal treatment. Family and staffs follow the same guideline. Private communication before public threats. You don't need to embarrass what people to create order. If you could maybe announce that one and you people sit with the staffs in a meeting, then talk about that. They'll be bringing maybe something that we used to pick. This why I saw somebody, yeah? 4. I sign out system for egg, milk, and produces. Anyone who takes something writes their name and quantity. And 5. Respect for staff. A respectful worker is a loyal worker. If the system were in place, the egg drama wouldn't exist. So, my hand is getting tired of holding this camera, yeah? You just hold with this other hand. Hey. So, the Argentina family on the camera represents something bigger. Freedom, comfort, relaxation, enjoyment, and access. They are doing what guests normally do. Cooking, eating, baking, relaxing, experiencing the village. The issue is not that they used eggs. The issue is pretending they didn't. What did the audience expected from content creators? The audience expect 3 things: honesty, consistency, fairness. So when a YouTuber words don't match their video, subscribers are always noticed. So every single time, yeah. So when you run a home, farm, and public channel, every decision you make shapes your image. How you treat workers, how you treat guests, how you handle conflict, how you address issues, how you consistent you are, how transparent you are. The egg situation has exposed a gap in leadership, a gap in communication, a gap in fairness, a gap in accountability, a gap in emotional control. This is not about attacking anyone personally. This is about analyzing behavior shown publicly, because you put them online. And when you broadcast your life, people will react to it, people will question it, people will analyze it, and people will compare your words with your action. And actually, that is the nature of being a public figure. And this reminds me even about me myself. Yes, I have videos that I posted when I was chased out of the house. I have videos when I exposed I need help. I have videos that I was talking about a lot of things that I was passing through. So because I exposed somebody with a lie, so now he thinks that he's now exposing me. Those are the truthful, not that I was begging. And if I was begging, even the survival of some people here in the camera that I'm talking about, they have been begging for life. So if I'm begging, I'm begging because I have a problem, but I'm not begging for people. I beg for my own personal life. I don't take people to the I don't bring people to my camera then tell them that stop begging. I don't do some script to start begging. If I have a problem, why can't I shout it out? Being poor is not a crime. Yes, I've said that severally, and I know the life will be good. Even you are putting a video that I did that being poor is not a crime. Even I compare that the likes of Mura, before YouTube, their life was miserable. Now you have taken that, you are putting in your clip. That is my justification. That is the truthness of things. When I need help, I need help. So that guy, when you did that reaction, is like nothing to me. I can't even mention your name. So, as we conclude this part, the egg drama didn't just with the workers. The in-laws were openly using eggs. The staffs were blamed without evidence. The announcement felt emotional, not legal, not logically. Cultural clashes played a role. Double standards were visible, and the audience caught the contradiction. So the farm needs structure, not threats. Fairness must apply to everyone. This was not about eggs. This was all about leadership, consistency, fairness, and communication. And until this improve, we will continue seeing small issues exploding in the camera. So that is what I can really say for now. Let us stop for there. Goodbye for now, till we meet in the next episode. Goodbye. Remember to subscribe, like, comment. I'll be responding. Goodbye.